Alright, guys, I just wanted to share my experience in Startup Weekend, Calgary. I finally got the time to actually sit down and talk about it. I was going to write a blog post, but I figured might as well do video because I talk way better than I type. So I just want to say, first off, thank you to everybody that came out. Had a great weekend. Thank you to Devesh, my co-organizer. Thank you to all our sponsors, CYBF, Tom Harris Cellular, Startup Calgary, Business Link, and everybody else that decided to support our first weekend. I'd also like to thank TubeTin from coming down from Portland to facilitate the event for us. It really helped us out being first-time organizers to get it all set up, and it ran smoothly. And from the feedback I heard, everybody really enjoyed their time. All I want to talk about is what I learned. And I learned a lot from the weekend. First of all, I've never organized an event myself. So this was great. It was a great experience for me to organize an event and learn how it all went. Of course, there's a few surprises, but I think the whole weekend went off extremely smooth. We had a lot of help from Cowork YYC and Nick himself, helping us keep the venue clean, as well as interacting and posting our stuff on Twitter. So, I mean, I learned how to organize an event, how to promote an event, and tried to get off the best event that I possibly could. The whole weekend went off quite well. Had a really good time meeting the teams, forming the teams. We had some great speakers, Patrick Lohr, Michelle Sklar, and Jasmine from Dealmaker Media, which was fantastic. They had a great connection with our team, and a lot of people came up to me afterwards and said they really enjoyed the speakers coming in and talking to them. They did learn a lot, and them sticking around and talking to all the participants as well, not just coming in, speaking, and leaving, which was fantastic. I just want to give a shout out to the winner, Mido Deals. They had a great idea. I know they're still working on it, and I'm going to be meeting with them and Devish to coach them a little bit more on their idea coming up here in the next week. So that's going to be fantastic. And my favorite project of the weekend, not being biased or anything, was Sex Tricks, Sex and Metrics. I really hope they make something out of it, even if it's just for fun, because I think it was hilarious. We all had a great time joking about it, talking about it all weekend. So really, it was a great turnout. I really enjoyed the event. Learning how to plan an event from start to finish was an amazing experience for me. I think meeting a lot of the people that I got to meet, some of the people coming out from Edmonton just to attend our event, was fantastic as well. I mean, I'm sure there was some stuff that that we didn't pull off that some people are going to give us some feedback about, and I'm totally, if you have any feedback about what we did wrong or what we did right, let me know. I want to make the next Startup Weekend Calgary a great success, and I'm really looking forward to feedback, and I've received some already, so that's fantastic. Some of the things I noticed was the group dynamics were quite interesting. I know a few people that pitched their idea didn't get accepted, unfortunately, as it's a group vote, and then they left. I think they really lost the whole point of the weekend in doing that. I mean, not every idea is going to get picked, but I'm sure they could have been help to a lot of other people with ideas that did get picked and moved on. It's more of a learning event than starting a business event, and I understand a lot of businesses get started out a startup weekend, but the connections are what most people were really looking forward to, and I think those people really missed out on connections and just having a good weekend, because it was a lot of fun. I know we were there late a couple nights, and we just had a good time. So, I mean, anytime when you come to a startup weekend, you may come with an idea, may not get picked. Don't leave because of that. There's so much you can learn and so many people you can meet with great ideas, and that you can help out with. I mean, everybody has valuable input. Some of the ideas that we had pitched got changed throughout the weekend, pivoted 2, 3, 4 times, and it was really interesting to watch that all happen, and just try to watch like developing a business and 54 hours is insane. But a lot of these guys pulled out some fairly complete products, and definitely MVPable, where they could put it out there and start getting some testers on board and seeing if this could really fly. So, I mean, I think the whole point of the weekend for me is that stay, you know, with people that you know or you could know, just because you don't start a business that weekend, those connections down the line could help you start your idea if you want to continue it after that. Don't ever think that, how do I say this? Don't ever think that coming in, pitching your idea and leaving is the best idea for you, because it's probably might not get picked up. We had 15 ideas pitched and 5 teams formed. So I mean, 10 ideas didn't get picked up, and I know a lot of people that had ideas that didn't get picked up. They stuck around and made the best of it, and they had some of the best teams, and they had some of the best experiences, and they had some of the best feedback. So I encourage everybody that didn't go, or people that did go and want to come back, to come back to the next one, because I think you'll have a lot of fun. We're trying to make the next one a lot bigger of an event, and we're going to learn from the mistakes we made during this startup weekend so that we can make a better experience at the next one. And that's really what we're trying to do, is we're trying to connect the community together, all the different little pockets of startup groups, and we're trying to connect them all together and have a common place. And even if you don't come out with a full business, you're going to come out with a heck of a lot more knowledge than you would have before the start of the weekend, because there's a lot of people that come out that have a really good dynamic, and you can learn from that. So, I mean, long story short, had a great time. If I wasn't organizing, I would definitely be participating, and I found it really hard not to want to jump in on some teams and actually start helping them develop their idea. And I know it was hard for my co-organizer as well to kind of sit there and mentor and advise, but not actually be able to jump in there and do the idea, or help them with marketing, or help them with design, or so on and so forth. So, I mean, if it's something you've been on the fence about, come out. You'll really enjoy it. We feed you. It's not really expensive, and you get a whole weekend out of it, and the connections are worth way more than the price of the ticket. I just myself making all the connections that I did through Startup Weekend with the folks at Podium Ventures, and a whole bunch of other people, and we got a lot of great feedback about how Calgary needed something like this. And I mean, you know what, maybe you are one of the lucky guys that comes out with a great idea, and you get that formed, and you create a business and come out of Startup Weekend with a fully functioning business, and you can continue it on from there. So, I mean, long story short is, I had a great time. I think anybody that has the entrepreneurial spirit needs to get out there. Even if you don't have an idea, come out and help the people that do, and find those people that have ideas, or find other co-founders for maybe you do something, sparks your idea, something sparks your mind, and you get an idea from that. So, I mean, there's no reason not to come out and enjoy the weekend. Just make a few friends at the very least, and have a couple of Red Bulls, maybe a beer or two. We did enjoy. So, I mean, that's all I really want to say. I want to thank everybody again that came out. Again, our sponsors. And if you have any feedback for me, I would really love to hear some of the pros and cons and things that you'd like to see at the next one, because my only mission in this is to make it a better event for everybody else. So I hope to talk to everybody that was at the weekend, or anybody that's interested in the future. And if you need to, just drop me a line. Other than that, I just wanted to share a few of my thoughts on how the weekend went, and why people should come out again, and go from there. So thanks a lot. I hope to see you all out at the next Startup Weekend, and I'll be announcing the date really, really soon. So keep looking on the blog at calgary.startupweekend.org. Take care.